Hey there, everybody. Welcome to some breaking Blacklist news. We are here on a Monday, very different day than normal, but when NBC announces a premiere date, you can't wait until Friday.
Yeah, we promised you guys that as soon as we found out that there was a premiere date for the Blacklist, that we would be here with a video for you guys. And here we are. And because of that, there will probably not be a video on Friday. We're not going to do two videos this week, but we will be back on Fridays with the rest of our rewatch and any other news that comes out.
Well, before we dive into season 10, the premiere date, what we know, what we think, there is a lot to unpack. Hit that subscribe button. We don't want you guys to miss any of the coverage that is coming up because hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the beginning of a downpour of Blacklist related news over these next several weeks.
Yeah, and also follow us over on Instagram, Matt and Jess TV. Okay, let's just get right into it. You guys have waited long enough. We've waited long enough. February 26th, that is when it is coming back. It's a lot later than I think a lot of us suspected. I thought maybe mid-January because it's seemingly still 22 episodes. And if that's the case, man, that's late.
Yeah, there's I was so dead set on it being like January that I even had like a date in my head. I was like, okay,
What was your date?
Friday, January 6th, 8 or 9 p.m. I thought it
That
might
feels
have
like a
been.
wish list.
It just felt right because it's like, okay, a lot of people don't have a lot to do when it's really cold outside. You
Mhm.
want to come in, sit down, but because NBC, they're like trying out these comedies on Friday nights now. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but clearly they're sticking with it that they didn't want to put the Blacklist there again.
Yeah, so it is moving again. So our Blacklist Fridays are now going to be Blacklist Sundays, which is a really packed night for TV. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of streaming services like to drop their shows on Sunday night as well as a lot of big network shows, as well as football, as well as, it's just on and on. Sundays are packed.
It is gonna be like such a weird experiment for the show to air on this night. It feels like NBC has basically put the Blacklist on almost every single night of the week
Yeah.
at this point. But okay, this is why I think they're doing what they're doing. And I can easily be wrong. I do not work at NBC as far as I am aware, but okay. NBC for many years after the Super Bowl has like tried to get some stuff to work on
Mhm.
Sunday nights, and almost all of it has been a disaster. Like the ratings for a lot of their shows, they've tried like Canadian shows, they've tried
Mhm.
reality. It's like
Yep.
none of it has done well. And I think this is them putting this show. They're also putting on Magnum PI and a new show titled Found. Like they're making a Sunday lineup here. They want to try to make something work. And I think they view the Blacklist clearly as like the off ramp to try to make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're all really dedicated and deep into the show now,
Yeah.
going into season 10, that it doesn't matter where it moves. We're all going to move with it. And I think that NBC knows that. And if they really want to have something that works on NBC at the 8 o'clock slot, because that's when it's going to be airing,
Yeah.
this is a really good shot at that because we're all going to go watch.
Yeah, and it being on early, I mean, it was on early on Fridays too. It did
Mhm.
well enough, obviously, to be brought back. Like,
Yeah.
I certainly have concerns about how long it's going to air into the summer because, yeah, you mentioned it's seemingly 22 episodes, and if Magnum's on right afterwards, and if there's another show on after that, it doesn't seem like you're gonna be doing like a lot of 2-hour episode blocks, which is fine. I don't like those anyway. Get them out of here. But we're probably going to see the show into like July.
Yeah, which is going to be really weird, but also kind of exciting. I mean, summer TV has really changed a lot the past, I don't know, five
Yeah.
years or so, where it used to be the summer was just a dead spot. Nothing was working. Nothing was, popping off. No one was watching anything. And that's not the case anymore. There's a lot of really big shows that air in the summer now.
Yeah, and the NBC's trying something. I will give them credit for thinking outside the box. If this helps us to get a season 11 and,
Hmm.
no news on this being the final season yet. And if
No.
if we want to put on our tinfoil hats here and talk a little bit about this, this is where I'm lying with this at the moment
Mhm.
because NBC, let's just be real here. Your Sunday lineup has sucked for years without
Oh,
football
he's
on
spilling
the
the
air.
tea on this one.
It is true. They're
Tell
not,
us how you really feel, man.
they do not know how to make something work on Sunday. They put
No.
shows on Sundays in this spot, by the way, that I like. Like they even put
Mhm.
Timeless on here at one point, and it didn't work either. So it's like
No.
none of your stuff on Sunday is working. So I feel like the bar is not going to be that high that the Blacklist has to reach in order to get considerable, attention for a season 11.
Yeah, and that's why it feels like this is where they would want to put this show, because it has such a like strong audience behind them. No matter what this show has done, people have really stuck through it.
And okay, if there are any naysayers out there that are just sort of like, why is the Blacklist still on? But I mean, if you're a naysayer, why are you watching this video 6 minutes in?
Yeah, no, like this is not the video for you. We fans over
Yeah.
here until the wheels fall off.
But like, if you are, one of the haters wondering about all of this, like the simple business related answer to all of this is the Blacklist makes up $1 zillion overseas, all over the world. One of the cool things about this
Mhm.
channel is that, Jess and I, we have seen so many people, telling us where they are in the world. The
Yep.
show has a huge global audience, and it brings so much money in, especially on Netflix, that I think Sony just like licenses the show to NBC really cheap to keep it on the air. And hey,
Yeah.
it seems to be working so far.
Absolutely. But as you said, no final season news yet. They've announced the premiere date for season 10, but they weren't like, hey guys, this is the final season, so buckle up. So the fact that there's no news on that, because after like this many seasons,
Yeah.
it would really be doing us dirty if they just like had it be the final season, but they're not going to actually say.
Yeah.
So it feels like there will probably be more.
Yeah.
And with them moving it to Sunday, I mean, Fridays for a long time were like the graveyard slot. You put shows there to die. And it hasn't been the same, past couple years. There's a lot of shows that are there that do well. Kind of like what was happening in the summer, where it's like, oh, you put on summer shows where they go to die. And then this past summer, you got House of the Dragon, which is like the biggest show ever kind of thing. And, Better Call Saul was on, and Power, like all kinds of huge shows. So the summer is good too. So I think that with Sunday just being really competitive, and where a lot of really big shows do land, that they just have faith in the show because people have stuck with it.
Let's all have that faithful, bright, and sunny outlook here for a
That's
moment,
right.
because here's something that could be very, very good. One of the things that we have been very critical of over the years with NBC is they don't promote this show.
No.
They don't act like the Blacklist even exists, but it's
No.
now
They don't even use their Twitter.
No.
And they won't give it to us.
How dare you guys?
I
But like,
know.
now that you guys are putting it though on a lineup that also includes Magnum and also includes a new show, you're basically forced to try to promote it, because if they just are like coming back Magnum PI and Found and don't include the Blacklist, what are you just like, smacking all of us fans upside the head? It's like, I love Magnum, don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled that show is saved, but it's like we could get all three of these shows promoted all at once. Maybe they'll actually tell us a little bit about what this season's gonna be like in advance.
It would nice to just be get any promos at all. I mean, last year there was like nothing. And then the year before it was mishmashes of episodes past. There wasn't always stuff that was actually coming up, or it was just kind of like, what am I watching? Like, why are you doing this? And then I got nothing last year, and I was like, man, I would have taken what you gave. I complained, and now I get nothing. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was fun when they gave us like the Megan Boone promos when she wasn't even
She wasn't even in it anymore. It's just like, what is happening here?
No, it was so unbelievably bizarre. But if you guys have not been around for a lot of our other coverage, like, here's the nice general sort of tease for season 10.
Yeah.
WUJING has the Marvin list, the list that Marvin Gerard gave him before his death. What is he going to do with it? What other blacklisters from the past will be returning?
Yeah, and if you haven't been watching our series on doing a season 1 rewatch, we have that up here on our Blacklist playlist, so you can see, who's alive, who's got potential, who would they want to bring back. I mean, we've just put up a video about WUJING in general, and that the actor has posted on his Instagram that he's around, and he is still around in filming, and we know that this is now past the 200th episode, which was like the 4th episode. So, I mean, he's around, which I'm really happy about. He's great.
Let's just all be happy. Let's put on our party hats, get some drinks to celebrate.
Yep, coming back Sunday, February 26th at 8 p.m. We will be here. You will be here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be here every single Sunday doing these reviews with you guys, going through everything that is in these episodes, and we cannot wait.
Thank you guys, and we will see you here next time.